fire up the stream here. Mike sold the Illuminati. They had like some coffee guys in there for a little bit. It was like a separate thing, or they just let him like set up in the corner and sell coffee or something. I never saw anyone buy it, but it was there. Yeah. Or if I was like a food truck or something, I don't know, like maybe set up, you know, just for a few hours or something outside the shop.
Right. No, yeah, it's a good time.
Nice. New Rakan again. What is it? Xerath bottom? Could be Xerath mid.
Yeah, we'll find out right here.
Yeah. Here's looking. Yeah, it's annoying. I mean, Lucian just doesn't make any sense with it, but like it is solo queue, so they just kind of play whatever they want to play. Okay. Okay. Well, Way, if this Way's decent, should dumpster Diana and Lane. Fucking Kazakhs again. Well, hopefully this one does okay. I think he's got an okay win rate, technically. But I don't know if I don't think I tweeted this yet. There we go. Kane's gonna try and farm us? No. Let's say, lock in here. There we go. Screen wasn't locking for a sec. There we go. I'm trying to crank more calories. Got a bag of walnuts here, and some yogurt.
Yeah, I need to start working out more. I'm back to like eating 5 to 6 times a day.
Nice.
Gotta start doing basic stuff with my shoulder and stuff like that.
There you go.
I remember my first shoulder injury I had back in high school. I got back into like working out was like I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's a workout program called P90X.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I did that and I got fucking.
Oh wow. What's up, B-Rad? Hey, just gotta start off easy. Just some what 80-pound lateral raises or something.
Dude, I'm talking about like body weight, like push-ups.
I know, I'm just trolling. I feel like that'd be a high number, but maybe that.
Yeah, lateral raises with the 80, that's fucking crazy. You're doing that, then you're doing whatever you're doing it right.
How do you feel about, like, incline bench versus, like, overhead press? Like, what do you think about that?
Overhead press is good. Incline bench is the best thing you can do for your chest, in my mind. I love it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember you saying you had a...
Shoulder press is really good, too. I'm a big fan of it. Anything
Nice.
like free weights, I think it's awesome.
Yeah. What about, like, lateral raises?
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, I just try to mix it up. Well, I've been trying to do more incline. Like, most of my chest stuff is just the like flat bench, incline bench, and dips.
Dips? Oh, dude. Dips are the way to do it.
Dips is something I just picked up on recently because I had heard about, oh, they're bad for your shoulders and stuff like that. But
dude, fuck all that. That's
But then I watched some videos that are like, no, that's just people with bad form. If you have correct form, then they're really good for a lot of things.
Yes, they are. They are.
Nice. Grinding some norms with your brother, yeah. I was joking about that yesterday. I'm like, hey, look, Brad's playing some games with himself.
I know.
Because it was like Super Duke, yeah.
Yeah, I joked with him about that too. I was like, damn, dude, you're so good. You can duo.
So you got the double laptop set up.
Yeah, dude.
Yumi on one hand, ADC on the other.
I got my potions.
Okay. Just be careful if they like flash on you. They don't have ignite, so that's good. Just try to make him use his stuff on me. Oh my god.
Get out of here.
Ugh. Okay, well I managed to pull one more wave at least. Oh, come on. Yes, did you get it?
I did.
Okay, nice.
I did. Got that one too.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, that was actually good. Oh my gosh, alright. Are they actually gonna try something over here? I mean, I'm behind on items, but... Oh my god, phone's going off. Sorry guys, I can't fucking deal with it right now. Where the... Okay, there it is. Man, yeah, I was kind of... They caught me on a weird back timing there. I can't get those other words. He's gonna fucking W me, isn't he? Don't let him do it, please. Ha! Missed. Love to see it. Alright. How's Camille top? Not great. Not doing great. Yeah, he plays like once a year. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's got to eat more calories. That's my thing. We were talking about this yesterday. It feels like it's kind of hard to eat relatively clean and get a lot of calories, but it can be done. Used to do just a lot of peanut butter, but I've heard mixed reviews on peanut butter.
I like the color.
Like, it is good, but it's got like a lot of oils and shit in it, and like, I don't know. I really do like peanut butter a lot, but I tried to switch it out for like walnuts. But this walnuts yogurt's pretty good. It's just hard, so you're never going to find anything that's like perfect. There's always going to be something weird. Probably gotta rotate back down bottom after you push this. There you go. I'm gonna get some plates, but Kane's covering. Alright. sweeper. Well, I think I just finished. Okay, they just backed. So we should be able to push this up here. Corral all these. Oh, I'm gonna get one plate and run. Alright, we're running. Diana's coming. Oh, never mind. She left, but kind of needed a sweeper. How much gold are you sitting on?
Almost 18.
1800?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, yeah. Should have let you back. Hopefully Cossacks will come down and get a kill here. Alright, I'm gonna go on him here as soon as you clean that. Okay, sure. Alright. Shit, boys, can we back? Just ping your gold here in a second. This Ryan, he's dead. They're all gonna be coming. I think we just back. Well, we've got a little bit of push. Kill steal Rakan. I don't even remember what I killed. I mean, I handed off the mid kill. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna try to get some vision clear here. He's got Kraken, so he's gonna be stronger here. I can maybe just tap the Zerat. Yeah, Diana's coming. Let's see, Kane's top. Wait till Diana shows again mid. I can maybe kill him. Alright, careful. I think you're probably good, but... Alright, I'm gonna wait to complete this. Kozak should have that. Nice. I don't know, maybe it was worth selling the ward. But I think it's probably fine. Okay, so their team's pretty strong. That dude's got Ghost Blade instead of some kind of healing item. I don't know if that's normal or not. Have they warded yet? No, not really. They're doing it now. Kane's behind me. I can't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we should be able to push up. Oh no! Fuck. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this in time. We can try that. Well, we got some stacks of that purple stuff. Nice. Alright. And we rolling. Yeah, I got it back. I got stuff. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Let's do that. I think Kane heals based on post-mitigation damage. Okay. Yeah, I'm just so used to him taking, like, the Omni-Vamp item. Or the, like, Gore Drinker. Obviously, Gore Drinker is not a thing anymore, but just really leaning into the healing more. But I guess there just aren't as many options as there used to be about that kind of stuff. Go. Nice. Pretty sure they don't have any wards in here, but...
Dude, this Huey just needs to hit the Lucian. I'm probably gonna kill him.
Nice.
I'll take all that. Yes.
Getting paid.
I just altered the wave.
Yeah, because you already had it pulled up.
Yeah.
So that might as well. Did help us get the tower. Let those minions be in there. What about for these nuts? I tell my wife, I'm like, honey, I just need some nuts in my mouth right now. She's like, I understand. She understands. She gets me. They might try something cute in a bush. No, never mind. They're up middle. Okay. Oh my God, Camille, please.
Death Cap Rakan.
That's right. I'm out of mana. No, I just gotta let this crash, I think. You're not gonna stop this? Sure. Alright, y'all got the control ward.
I wanted to flash, but I didn't.
Yeah. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, very good idea not to flash there. I was feeling it, dude.
Oh, she missed. It's fucking warded. There's that. Alright. I need to buy. People just keep wanting to fight though. Like, we need to be pressuring Baron. Oh my God. Nice. I think that's my first time getting in that thing. That's interesting.
Oh, beat me.
Alright. I better roll out.
I'm back and I have to. Oh, God.
Kha'Zix, why are you catching top wave? We got soul spawning in 20 seconds, buddy. Guess we're just giving that. Camille's gonna die. Kha'Zix gonna be really late.
Baron. God, fucking Baron like knocked me up.
Oh my gosh. The troll. Yeah, I got knocked up. I should have flashed the thing that CC'd me. Damn it, I just lost some of my OP score off of that death.
Yeah.
Okay, Camille's pretty powered up. She should be able to solo Urgot, I think. They're all missing.
Without wild magic, we have no children, we have no future.
Deleted. Rush get mid or bot.
Yeah, let's keep pushing it up. Okay, nice. There we go. Mage supports are very useful, I see. Yep. Love seeing Urgot get smashed. Or not Urgot, Zera. I don't really care about Urgot. But yeah, those high pressure. I don't know. It just feels like cheese to me, but it is obviously a legit kind of support. It's like AP poke supports that are just like, you know, they gotta have 3 kills in lane or they just run out of gas at 15 minutes. Just get Mercury Treads, block it, over. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, obviously, I know Dave really likes Zyra, and he's had a lot of success. I mean, I think those champs, well, Zyra and Brand, I think still have a pretty good win rate overall. Yeah, Brand's about 53, Zyra's probably something similar. Yeah, basically 53, 52 and a half. But yeah, I mean, if you don't just completely dominate the lane, it's like it's just so hard to get vision late game. It's so hard to rotate. It's so hard to position, you know, in team fights when you've got all these people flanking and diving. It's like a lot of the engaged champs are doing way better though. Janna, well, dude, there's so many champs that are like 53%. Who are the losing champs now? It feels like this is not averaging out to 50%. An Emerald Plus. The only way that makes any sense is, I guess, if Emerald people are getting matched down into Platinum people, which, I mean, does happen, but, like, how often is that happening? Feels like you could get matched up into diamond too sometimes, but if we look at like win rates here, like who actually doesn't have a 50% win rate that's like mainstream. Obviously you got all this weird shit that's like 46%. Karma, Ash support, Rumble support, and then it's literally everything else is 50% plus. It's like a mainstream support. So like, how does that work? And there's just, people don't pick this weird shit that often. I mean, look at these pick rates. It's like less than 1% for the bottom 15 champs that it's rating here. It's like Karma has 7%, but that's about it. Way's got 2%. Ash has 2%. But everything else is like less than 1% until you get to 50% win rate. And then some of the highest champs, you know, have a huge pick rate. So it's like those champs have to play against each other. I can't remember. Oh yeah, I was gonna ban Cassin. Where did you see that, Delaby? I'm sure it's correct. Just, do they have the new patch notes out? I need to still do a tier list for this for this batch. I'm just always so busy. Mortal can't be QSS'd. I think that's probably a good idea. I mean, if they have to tone down the power, that's fine, but I'm not a fan of just one item completely shitting on a champion. So, I mean, I like them starting off with that, and if it's too strong, just lower the numbers on it or something. Like, they're trapped for less time, or he gets less bonuses, or, you know, whatever it is. But it's the same thing, like QSS used to work on Zed's ult. It's just not really fun gameplay. It is a tax, but still, it's just dumb, because that's like the whole identity of the champion, right? He's just worthless without his ult, pretty much. That's my take on it. I really don't feel like you should be able to QSS, like, I don't know, I'd have to think about that, like a Malzahar ult, or things like that, because you can stop that, you just have to CC the Malzahar. So I like being able to QSS standard stuns, but things that are like suppressions that are, you know, identity, like core to a champion's identity, I don't like that being countered by an item. But yeah, like standard stuns and things like that. I feel like knockups, they should eventually make those cleansable too, or like affected by Mercury treads and all that stuff, and just be easier to balance. Unless they just want there to be a type of CC that isn't reduced by that stuff, which obviously that's what it does. But I mean, knockups are basically a suppression that can't even be QSS'd, but usually they're not very long in time, versus a lot of the suppressions are multiple seconds. But there aren't that many suppressions left anymore. And the ones there are, you know, a lot of them, like Malzahar, Warwick, you know, someone else can help you see, like, they can CC the thing off of you. Except for Mordekaiser. And does Skarner still suppress? Like, there's a couple of exceptions, but I don't know. So yeah, I'm a fan. I think change that, and then if you need to tinker with the numbers, duration, whatever, then that's fine. Mord's damage is so huge in his ult. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's not a healthy design style. Is it the only way you beat this champion is to buy QSS? Right? It's don't make the QSS, like, cleanse it and then nerf it to an appropriate power level. If he does too much damage in it, nerf his damage. If it feels like it just takes people out of the fight for too long, make it not 8 seconds or whatever the hell it is. Make it 5 seconds. Yeah, I think being able to like outplay him and survive his ult is a lot more interesting gameplay wise um, than just QSS it. Still affected by spell shields and spell blocks and stuff like that, as you would suspect. Okay, so Janna Twitch. Janna's pretty annoying. That's one of the more annoying supports to go against. Under Rakan. It's not unbeatable. I don't think my win rate's great against her. But definitely is annoying. Especially with a hyperscaler like Twitch. Yeah, some people were, I saw some people were tweeting, I mean, people are always complaining about stuff, but they were just like, why are they making all these buffs and changes and stuff right before MSI? But, I mean, you could also make the argument that people want to see fresh stuff at MSI, you know? They don't want to see the same kind of meta that you just saw in the tournament. The tournaments, regional tournaments leading up to MSI. Speaking of which, what the fuck, like, NA hasn't played a game, like, how long has it been for NA's tournament? Like, 3 weeks or something? Feels like it's been forever. And some of these regions still aren't even done with their tournament. Right? Is there still, like, a Euro final and a, Korean and Chinese finals? I'm not sure. I think they're still working on their finals, though. But it's like, I mean, I get it. They were throwing a curveball by, like, 2 teams leaving. But it's like, man, like, I don't know. Just extend the time a little bit more. Have them play more matches. They should definitely be playing best of 3s. I said that last time. Like, there's no excuse. When you, especially when you only have 8 teams, like, you can do 2 best of 3s on Friday, 2 best of 3s on Saturday, and, you know, you're good, right? But it just feels like best of 1. You only play, like, 2 best of 1s per day? Like, what? It's barely even worth tuning in. It's like 3 hours of content or something. I think it's horrible, especially for the viewing experience. People just don't give a shit anymore. And you're not going to get experience. Like, it's better they get best of 3 experience, because being able to adapt mid-series is a really important skill, draft-wise. And you just don't get any of that when you play best of 1s. I don't think boot camping against other NA teams especially is going to, like, matter. I mean, it's still going to be, like, pretty bad. I can't flash on them or anything. Janna can just tornado me. Okay. Needs his flash too, take it. She ignited in there, I'm sure, somewhere. I don't know if Hecarim ghosted, I think.
Oh, so that was her. I got ignited, yes.
Okay.
I thought it was Hecarim that ignited.
Sometimes he takes that, but...
Yeah, I didn't get ignited.
Okay. Well, that's fine. We've got a better wave position, and Twitch is a little behind on CS, so you both got kills. He did get an assist, which is annoying.
It's alright. We won that.
Hecarim pegging Dante. Is Dante's bi? Okay, well, Twitch didn't get any credit for that. I didn't know if Dante was bi or pan or gay, or if he's just straight and just trolling half the time. I guess it didn't matter, but I don't know. I haven't really watched this stuff too much. He's kind of a Tower 1 2.0. It's like the young Tyler 1, sort of.
Yeah.
Just spectacle, straight and trolling. Well, if he's hitting me, he's not hitting the creeps.
True.
Ah, I can't get it. I wanted that. I don't know if I needed a pot there. I guess it's fine. Oh my god.
Oh, they're
Twitch
pretty
is...
full squad.
Is Hecarim coming? I assume he probably is. Yeah, here comes Talia.
Oh my god, Leah's not on our team.
No.
What's this?
Disaster. They're gonna dive my ass. Well, they don't have wave, but...
We have the Yone.
Why is Aatrox griefing? I don't think he is. That was impactful. Aatrox being there was a big deal. That helped them out a lot. Yeah, you mean just him like running into us was a bad decision, but
Zaya says someone has to
he was probably thinking Talia was going to rotate faster or something. Oh my god, Twitch got like 3 of those. What? Well, this okay. Well, they traded, I guess, at least, but it's getting rough out there. Hecarim and Twitch have 7 of their 8 kills.
I think we can kill Switch.
I mean, we can, but is he gonna like show up middle? Is he gonna show up here? That's the big problem with Twitch. It's like, if he gets so far ahead, I'm not 6. He is 6. I gotta be careful. Still don't know where he is. I guess he's middle because Janna's there. Okay, he's probably coming down. Let's just go ahead and push this. I'll be real sad if he shows up right when I W. Okay. Alright, let's just push this. There he is. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming.
Hecarim's top. Okay. We got Cassante. If that guy's good on Cassante, Cassante's OP. Oh, he just 1v2'd. Okay, I thought our jungler was top for some reason. So Cassante in a 1v2 got a trade back kill, and he's 2 and 4. That's pretty good. I don't know if we can beat him. Janna's only 5, but Twitch is about to pop up. Okay. Oh, I should have probably gotten... Okay, he ghosted. Sure. Should have probably got played steel caps. I don't know. Twitch just hits. I didn't know Twitch was going to be that fed, though. I don't know. Ionians are still pretty good. I'll help you push this. We gotta get out of here. Twitch is probably invisible. He ulted, though, so I don't think he can kill us. Alright. God, is he gonna stop me? Yeah. And Twitch, I'm pretty sure he flashed. I don't think Hecarim ghosted.
When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead.
I think Mortal ult's not easy to balance. You have to make it strong enough for Mord to kill people inside his ult. Well, I mean, there's a lot of knobs you can turn, right? So you can make him do less damage, right? So if his base damage is too high, you could just make it scaling, so he has to actually invest in damage to kill people. Or you could, like when he's in his ult, he moves slower, but he's tankier. Or, you know, something like that, so people can actually dance around him better. I just think trying to figure out some way to, like, have better interactions is much healthier. Oh my god, Janna's up there. Fucking hell.
Did just kill her though.
Yeah.
They're scared of dark. They're scared of
Okay, I got her ult.
I am a chronic line stepper. I know people are watching. How could they not be?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like there's just a lot more knobs you can turn. You can find a way to make it reasonable. I mean, it depends on what you want him to do, right? You just want him to be a disruptor and be able to pull somebody out of the fight, but it's hard to kill him unless he's really fed. Or do you want him to be more of like a glass cannon, like he can kill somebody, but if they can dance around, you know, maybe they kill him back. I think the Juggernaut thing where he's just really hard to kill, but a little bit slower, but if he hits his skill shots and gets a hand on you, then you're probably going to die. I mean, I think, you know, one of the better things might be just to lower the duration, right? If it's just like, you know, he's just going to completely blast people. Then just instead of 8 seconds, make it... It does feel like a very long time. I don't know if it is 8 seconds or whatever it is, but they could just start scaling back the time you're in it. So that if you dodge, you know, one round of his abilities, you'll probably be able to make it out. Man, he was cooking with that Kraken. That was... I thought we were going to be able to hit him a bit harder than that, with that Janna shield.
They will see me. They will see my dance.
Okay. Well, they're doing pretty well elsewhere. We just have to, like, not die to Twitch here. Oh, do you have ult? Damn it, we didn't get him.
Why is it taking so long to get back to the action?
We get her? And she's... No, we don't have anyone else. Alright, I'm just gonna clear these wards. Alright, I'm gonna come up there because Twitch is probably gonna be there. He could come on you though, so after you push that in, you might want to back. Nice. Okay, Twitch is there. Okay, so they've got this secured. Okay, Twitch is right there. Hecarim's coming. Fuck. Should be fine. Damn. I thought Twitch was going to try to open on Yone. I guess not. Maybe he had vision and knew I was around. Bro? Little bro? That was an interesting use of that wall. What? think just lower the duration if it's a problem. That's what I would start with. I think it's a, you know, I had talked about it. I think it's just more interesting to have his ult actually be viable. I just don't like items turbo hard countering somebody. Like their entire identity. I think it just doesn't lead to healthy, interesting gameplay. Oh, nice. That's huge. Twitch was like a 700 gold shutdown or something. 500. I still don't get why the Wind Brothers don't get crit early. But that's, a lot of people just don't get crit on them early. Oh shit. Alright. Come here, give me a jump! Fuck! Ugh. Dude, Siobhan almost trolled me so hard right there. Yeah, we don't have dude either. Alright, just give it. Fuck! God damn it. Are you fucking serious? Really? Was Aatrox GP down there? Or was I just oblivious to him pushing bottom?
I think it's just him pushing bot.
I guess I should have just, like, W'd over the Dragon Pit. We just killed everybody bottom, I thought.
Maybe he TP'd out. I don't know. I thought it was just bot.
I thought that they just killed, like, Twitch and Janna bottom in the bottom lane. I don't know. I just didn't think I was in that much danger of getting caught out, because I had a lot of vision, but... I was out, though, but like, a bunch of people went back in. Yeah, I probably should have used my flash earlier and went through the Dragon Pit. Well, actually, I didn't have my flash. Okay, what are we looking at? Shyvana's sort of strong. That's... Storm Surge seems like an odd item on her. Maybe... That's so annoying. We get her? What about Ward? What can we get? Can we threaten Baron? Okay, Twitch is that Twitch or was that a minion? Triggered that. No, it's Twitch. Where was there a ward over there somewhere? I thought I saw a ward on the minimap. Maybe that's something else. Yeah, we're just kind of running around and people are just gonna keep getting caught until we go for Baron soon. See? Wow. Well, there's 3 up there. God. And Twitch is just gonna keep fucking picking people off. God. God.
Magic. They will remember my name. I need my love to hurt. I need the world to be scary. I don't apologize for it. I feel good. I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do.
Twitch is about to open on me. So annoying. And he's probably gonna die. They're just gonna run around and keep picking people. Well. Wow. How many? 2 dead? Can we...
Bring it on.
Or... No. I guess just Dragon. Yeah, push up mid with me and then we'll get Dragon. No. We need to be together. We don't want Swiss rolling up and killing any of us. Okay, now can we? Isn't there another ward around here somewhere? Maybe not. Oh, Tally's bottom. Okay, nice. There we go. Group up. We finally caught them. I do believe in my team. We just have to play the right way to win the game. I think people are doing fine. They're just like autopiloting. Yone made a really good outplay earlier, and there's like 3 people on him and didn't die. I thought that was going to be them getting Baron. But then we, made the Aatrox pay there. And after this, I need to get heal cut. Maybe I should get heal cut more often, second item. I don't know. I gotta be careful. Twitch could be somewhere, maybe. I can probably get out. We're just gonna give her that? That's fucking weird. God, the tower's so low. Just hit tower. Alright, yeah, I mean, we don't have a wave. Nah, we could get teleport on. We gotta watch that. There's a ward behind us. Alright, I think we just reset. Fuck, am I dead too off of that? Hecarim's coming up. Please? Okay, God. So scary. Okay, I've got enough for this and heal cut. They got Cassante. Yeah. That champ's still ridiculous. Oh my God, what the fuck? The fucking flash. Do I have to ult for this? I guess so. It's gonna be like this super slow kill.
It's up to you. Just trying to.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they're ever killing this Cassante. I don't know. And this dude... Aatrox is just like tickling him, and that's like one of their strongest guys. I mean, Twitch might roll up. You gotta zone Hecarim. Okay, Shyvana's gonna be here, I think. Yeah, I saw your comment earlier, Delaby. I think it's... I don't think shortening the duration... I mean, there's some combination of stuff they can do. If he's too OP, they can either nerf the damage or shorten the duration. So, again, I just think saying this champion can't exist if someone's willing to pay 1,300 gold is not a good way to balance. That's my take on it. It seemed to work well with Zed. Now, Zed still has been out of the meta for a while, but, you know, that's made him a more interesting champ. Alright, careful with Twitch. We gotta get mid up first, boys. Or we can't. We gotta wait on Shiv. Of course, Aatrox has pressure now. I think Asante should have stayed bottom. Need mid up. God, the champ's so fucking annoying. Yeah. Shyvana's gonna... That doesn't seem right. Should be Cassante down there. Or Yone. Not the jungler. Okay, well she ulted. That's good. Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to entertain myself.
Can we... I don't know why Shyvana gave up on that. Like, we're not gonna have a wave if you don't get him. Oh, did you solo the Twitch?
No, I helped, what's his face?
Okay.
Yone.
Okay, nice. Okay, yeah, just you push up top. Just let them do that.
Sure what Twitch is at, though.
I'm here if he shows up.
Alright.
Okay. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, we can just help them get this. Okay, Shyvana's gonna get drag. Soul. Damn, I don't have my... Did not have my R. Got him. Got him, coach. No, I don't give a shit about Razor Cortex. There we go. Hey man, you got such and such FPS in your game. Okay. It's this random thing like pops up, some software for my graphics card. After every game, it's like, you got 300 FPS in League of Legends.
I know. Me too.
Like right in front of, you know, some buttons I need for League. Alright. Well, we ballin', got those two back. If I get one more, I'm back in Emerald.
Nice.
Let's see. Okay, and you're at a pretty healthy LP, so that's good. I don't want to get back to Emerald and then we go on a lost streak or something. Yeah, and get moted back to Gold. I guess the stream might like that. Then I'll be playing some more Nautilus and Tom Kench or something. But anyways, all right, man. Well, GG's. We'll keep it rolling next time.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Sir, see it. Let's see. Current changes the more is high win rate, especially in low elo. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good move. Is he going to be too OP immediately? Maybe, but let's be real. How many people are actually buying QSS against Mordekaiser anyways? You know what I mean? Like, yes, it is a big buff, but again, I would rather them use the knobs to balance him. Yeah, in low elos, they're not getting QSS. They probably don't even know about that interaction. But, you know, I just think that it's bad game design in general to have items fully counter champions. I mean, if you do, yeah, but it's not just your game experience, right? Like, we're talking about as a whole. I mean, you can just ban him. Like, if you think he's turbo OP, you can just ban him. I know that's not a good solution, too, but, I don't know. I think it's better to start there, and then if they need to nerf his numbers, nerf his numbers. I know it seems like you just don't like the champ in general or the design, and that's a fair point. But, you know, I think that any champion, not just Mordekaiser, anything that's just getting hard countered by an item that's like an integral core part of their design ultimately needs to be adjusted. Like I said, I feel the same way about like Warwick and Malzahar. I think you shouldn't be able to QSS their ults. I think that QSS just shouldn't get rid of suppression, because usually suppression abilities are like champion defining abilities. That's what they do. Zhonya's versus Zed. I mean, Zhonya's is very good versus a lot of different things, but I mean, that is a fair point. But it's not as hard of a counter as QSS. It doesn't completely invalidate the whole thing. And the point there really is like, you're supposed, like, Zed's cooldown is supposed to be so low you can play around it, or you can play around a different target or whatever. Zed also has really high mobility and things like that. Like, Mordekaiser really doesn't have anything except for his ult. So I think maybe like QSS should be cheaper, and like build into a mid-tier item, like a 2,500 gold item or something. It should be very similar to like a Zhonya's type of effect. For like ADCs and AD champions, but it shouldn't cleanse suppressions. And then if they need to nerf Malzahar's damage or whatever, or the duration of the suppression, or I think Warwick's fine either way with his current balancing state. I think just balance the suppressions individually. There aren't that many of them, and just make QSS not get rid of suppressions. Really, it's only a major issue. I think like Malzahar is the only other like champ that's ever meta that gets that, or where people would want to get QSS against him. But you can already interact with Malzahar, like you can interrupt that, and his damage is kind of low for that reason. Yeah, I think any champ, like, it was the same thing with the healing champs. Remember how they kept like had such a hard time balancing all the insane healing, and they're like, well, you can just buy healing cut. But that's just not good gameplay to say, okay, you have to have healing cut, you know, to deal with this champion. Or you just can't play the game. It just forces you to buy that item. And, you know, that is the case kind of for some champions. But those champions, it's like healing is such a massive part of their identity, and they like don't have anything else going on. I mean, you could make the argument to get rid of heal cut, but I think just balancing champs like Soraka and Mundo that are like extreme cases of that are okay. Where the heel cut is optional, you could fight through it, but it's not as binary as QSS. Yeah, but that, I mean, I keep saying the same thing, Delaby, over and over again. It's like on release, yes, he might be OP, but they can nerf his damage. I feel confident they can probably get him into some kind of reasonable state by either nerfing his damage or nerfing the duration. It's just a unique thing. That's what makes him a champ, is that he basically forces this 1v1. You could also make it a skill shot or something if you're worried about the reliability of it. But I think that just letting people get locked in for 5 seconds or whatever and having to dance around it, I mean, it'd be very similar, just like a little bit more of an extreme, like Jarvan ult or Camille ult or whatever. There's already, those exist. There is more counterplay to those, right? You can dash out of Jarvan ult. You can push Camille out of her ult. But that's like, his entire kit is basically that. Like, he's worthless without that. Like, he's so much more dependent on his ult for power than those other champs. So, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like you could nerf the damage or nerf the duration, or you could give him some kind of debuff where he moves slower when he's powered up with his ult or something. I don't know if that's the correct way to go. I mean, what they'll probably do is just nerf his damage. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I you know, my take on it, obviously it's just opinion based. I think it's good to get rid of that and then balance the numbers after that. It'll probably just be nerfing his damage or the duration. That would be my guess. Let me see what else they're doing here real quick, and then I've got to get out of here. I've got to go to sleep. I'm already up too late. I mean, what all does he get in his ult? Yeah, 7 seconds is a very long time for something that can't be QSS. Like, it's just a piece of CC. So, I think that, you know, lower that. Make it like 4 or 5 seconds or something like that. It's probably more appropriate if they're going to do that. Because even if you're not killing them, if you're just taking them out of a fight for 7 seconds, that's probably too much. So yeah, I mean, I think, is it going to come in too strong? Probably. So I can agree with you there, but I think that they will be able to turn the knobs and, you know, get him in a decent place. Healing himself for 10% of their max health and reducing their current attack damage, ability power, speed, max health, armor, and magic resistance size by 10%. In addition to gaining... Oh, so he gains. So he basically leeches 10% of their stuff, kind of like Trundle. I don't know if I've read this in a long time. I just know that it's bad news if you're in his ult and don't fight him. And if I'm Rakan, just run away. Keeps their partial stats until they respawn. Okay. So that's kind of interesting, the leech thing. I mean, you could also allow other champs to interact with him while they're in the spirit realm. I mean, that's like part of it, I guess. I don't know. That would require a whole lot of tinkering, though. Like, if you could just shield the spirit and it would shield him, too. Or you could heal the spirit and it would heal the person in there, too. Or maybe you could click on it and channel it for 3 seconds or something like that. Maybe not 3 seconds. But click on them and channel it for some amount of time and it pulls them out of the spirit realm. So you bring them back if you can, like, channel a 2-second click on them. So that if he is trying to solo somebody and someone else is around, they can pull him out. So that will, you know, hurt his ability to 1v2. But in a team fight, it won't help them because they're not going to have the time to channel it. Other people are going to be fighting them. So that could be something. That's a little creative. Again, I think it's just going to be a numbers thing. First thing I would chop if I was on the balancing team is I would knock it down to, like, 4 or 5 seconds. Start with 5. If that's too OP, knock it down to 4. And then if that's, not working, they could take it down to like 8% healing, 8% magic resist, and things like that. Or they could just completely cut the healing and just give them the stats. I just feel like there's a lot of knobs they can turn. Okay, Akali's getting some extra base health. That's probably okay. I think Akali is an interesting champ if she's in a balanced state. That's rare that she's in a balanced state. She is getting played in pro some right now, though, so I don't know if they need to buff her up that much. But yeah, that's probably okay. Draven, +5 Q damage. That's probably fine. Draven's just weird because a lot of the items that are meta right now aren't very good on him. Like, they nerfed Ghostblade. Rushing Bloodthirster's kind of bad. Rushing Infinity Edge is kind of bad. He's not great with Kraken. It's just like the items aren't amazing for him right now, I feel like. So giving him a little bit of help is probably okay. Galio, I like the movement speed. I think most tanks, most melee champs should probably be about 340. Most range should probably be 325, 330. QCD is a little bit lower. I just wish they'd lean into his utility a little bit more. So, like, his shield, his stun duration. I wish his E could go over walls. Stuff like that. That's, like, interesting quality of life stuff. More so than just, like, his damage. I just think he's more interesting as a tanky disruptor support type of champ than he is as a mid laner. But, obviously, I'm biased. I like supports. And if he could do that, if he could go over walls with his little Justice Punch, I might consider playing him more. What's up, Magisterium? I'm done with the games, unfortunately. I'm just looking at the patch notes, so sorry. I know you just got here, but I'm just talking about this just real quick. It was a good night, though, if you want to go back and watch the replay. That goes in. We had a couple of good games. But Graves increase effect from attack items and runes reload time by 35%. What? Okay, so attack speed is a little bit better on his reload time. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I wish I could stay up longer. But it's just really hard these days when I have to take, take the kids in at 7 in the morning. I have to get up in like 5.5 hours or something. So I stay up as long as I can. But for my own health, it's tough. I do catch a nap, usually somewhere in the evening or middle of the day, like for a couple hours. So usually I get around like 7 hours, but it's hard to function on much less, especially as I get a bit older. Yeah, he doesn't get that much attack speed, but I don't know. Maybe this would make him want to get it more. There's got to be some items he gets that have attack speed on it, just incidentally. But yeah, he usually tries to avoid it. Crit damage per pellet. So they're trying to get him to get more crit stuff, I guess. 40 to 50%. Graves is annoying, but he is not amazing right now, so that's probably okay. Wei, I don't really know his passive or his QQ or whatever, but I guess you could give him a little love. It feels like he's fine, though. I don't know. I see Wei being pretty impactful in my games. Current HP is 7% on Jarvan. That's probably okay. I think Jarvan's fine. I don't think he needs that much of a buff. Bonus movement speed on a crit, 14%. That's pretty nice. I mean, going from 10 to 14, that's 40% more bonus. Like, that's quite a bit. And that's a good buff. That's like a quality of life, but it's not making his damage over the top. QAD ratio, 35 to 65 to 44 to 74. That's really nice. Especially for the early, like, wave clear. Q base damage is... What? Are they serious? 1? Dude, that's got to be a misprint. There's no way they took the time to code his Q base damage to change it from 45 to 44 and cap it out from 145 to 144. There's no way they paid a programmer to go in there and spend 5 minutes of their time doing that. That's got to be the biggest meme change I've ever seen. That's even more than like the 2 AD on like Caitlyn meme. Oh, they're doing it just for the theme? Just to troll to be cute to make everything 4s? Oh my god, are you serious? 10 to 14, 44 to 74, 44 to 144. Oh my god, dude. Who gives a fuck? I don't know. That's just like a waste of time for the balancing team. I don't know. Like, that's just getting too lost in the sauce. Just wanting to be too cute, I guess. I guess if they're already in there buffing the passive movement speed and the real AD Q80 ratio and they just want to get cute, I guess it doesn't take that much more if the programmer's already in there. Okay, Kaisa Q80 ratio plus 5%. I think Kaisa's like okay right now. I think she's pretty good. I don't know that you need to buff her that much. I guess that's not that big of a deal. LeBlanc base damage. LeBlanc is really obnoxious. I just really don't even want this champ to be in the meta. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Really the stuff that makes her like good again is wave clear, so I'm glad they're not like increasing her W damage or something. Olaf, trying to help him clear monsters a little bit more. It's not going to affect his early speed, but like his mid game speed. But at that point, it's like, who cares? Like, he should already be fast enough. It's really the first couple of clears that are the biggest deal. Okay, Rise. I never see anybody play as champ, so I don't know. The W movement speed of 50% reduction is pretty significant. I don't know. I don't even remember all of his interactions and stuff like that. It's been so long since he's been relevant. Okay. I think Rise was actually most interesting when you could go like a tanky Rise. Then he was like a tanky short range mage. But right now I think he just gets dumpstered in lane too hard. And he just doesn't really... Like, he can do a lot of damage, but so can other champs that do a lot better in lane. It just feels like he doesn't really have a unique identity. Like, his identity is I spend a lot of mana. Right? They they probably need to just rework him again. Like, make it something where when he spends a bunch of mana, he charges up and gets more powerful. Like, over a fight or something like that. Like, he stacks arcane energy or something. Right, sort of like a Kassadin-like effect. Right, like, obviously not as OP as Kassadin one-shotting people, but, like, you know, when he spends mana, maybe his spells get more expensive, and then, you know, they do more damage, or he gets more movement speed, or, you know, just some crazy crap like that. Because right now, it's like, it just feels like he just doesn't have an identity. Like, he's got his ult, which is kind of cool for transporting people, but... As far as the crazy, like, mana-slinging mage, it just doesn't feel like that's a thing. It just, like, a lot of the mana items just suck. Like, you don't want to have to be spending gold on mana. Okay, Silas. Monster damage. 100%. Okay. Silas could be an interesting jungler. I'm probably okay with that. I'd have to see how it pans out, but I'm for, you know, more stuff being in the jungle. Time for the next Rise rework. Yeah, it has been a few years. Thresh plus 2 armor. It's kind of a meme, but he does have low armor early. I wish they would just change his souls and just, like, instead of giving him more AP or damage or whatever for it, just give him more, like, survivability. Like, more health per soul. If that's too much, at least something like ability haste so he can cast his spells faster. This feels like giving him AP is just really weird. So yeah, or just like make it when he gets to certain checkpoints on the souls, he gets like a cool bonus, right? So if he gets 50 souls, then his Q gains an extra 150 range or something like that. Or if he gets to 100 souls, it doubles the shield on his W. You know, I don't know if they have to be that crazy or extreme, but I think having certain little checkpoints like that is pretty fun. Rather than just each one gives you some little incremental thing. Every 25 souls, he gains an extra 5 movement speed or something like that. Yeah, I mean, you're right about the ability haste. I don't know. It just feels like his soul scaling is a little, like, underwhelming for just, like, how risky it is, for the fact that you have really low base stats. You have way lower armor than most engaged tanks to start with, so that's already bad for the laning phase, but then you really don't outscale them that much either, right? Even if you're getting almost, you know, like, a really good amount of souls over time, you know, most tanks are getting 3 armor per level anyways, so you're just not going to get that much tankier than them. So there's, like, almost no payoff for the souls. It just feels like it's a punishment. Like, it's actively a bad thing that he has the soul system. It's like the extra AP is okay, I guess, but it really doesn't, like, matter that much. So I think just reworking it, it's like, okay, if you're trying to say we want him weaker earlier, but we want him to scale to have more utility, then that's fine. But they could also just give him a normal amount of armor and then just enhance his abilities, right? Every 25 souls, he gains some bonuses, right? But not tie his survivability to that and just give him, you know, Nautilus level armor. Yeah, exactly. That's why I think fun checkpoints that are not like OP, but it's like, okay, it's cool if you get them. And for support, you know, it would need to be, like, reasonable numbers, because you're not going to be getting a ton, probably, in a game. So, like, maybe every 25 you get something cool. Bard system. Bard is great, right? All those chimes you get every so often, you get a little bit more damage with the chimes, but it also gives you slows on your stuff, gives you an AoE attack as part of it. So, just something like that I think would be fun if they want to, you know, make his collection mechanic, which I think collection mechanics are fun if they're balanced. Okay, Azir base damage is... I don't understand why they're nerfing Azir. Yes, he is picked in Pro, but he is bad in Pro. Right? We looked at this... I looked at this last night with Jason when I saw they were nerfing Azir. I didn't know what the nerf was going to be, but it's like... Okay, we know he's bad in solo queue, right? But they're trying to balance around Pro, which is understandable. You got to do that. But it's like, yeah, okay, he's the most picked mid laner on the patch, but he's got a 40% win rate. And it's not even 80% presence. They said themselves with their balancing team that they really want to take a look at champs that have 80% plus presence. That was their main metric they were looking for Pro, was presence, right? Because they said, you know, something can have a warping effect on the meta, even if it's not picked a lot, if teams feel like they have to ban it a lot. And it's like, okay, fair enough. Or it could, you know, be warping the kinds of picks that people make because they're afraid to blind pick something in case you pick Azir into it, or whatever the champion is, right? But that's clearly not the case. Like, he's picked a lot. He's not even banned a lot, right? It's just literally the pick. How, you know, he's the, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's the 6th most banned mid laner, right? I mean, some of these can flex. Like, obviously, Twisted Fate is more geared towards top. Nico's probably more towards support. But y'all see what I'm saying? Like, he's not banned an inordinate amount of time. It's just he's picked. And when he's picked, he's bad. He's got a 40% win rate. So, like, the ban is not warping the meta. The pick is bad into everything. You get 40% is like, man, if it's a popular champ, that's like it loses to everything. And then they're just giving Talia a slide, right? Like, Talia's 58% win rate, and she's barely less present. She's banned more than twice as much as he is. Yeah, she's picked less, but she's got a higher ban impact on the meta. She's got a much higher win rate. I mean, if you're going to ban anybody, or if you're going to nerf anybody, it should be Talia on this patch, in my opinion. I don't necessarily think you need to nerf her. She's really obnoxious. She's very good against a lot of teams. Yeah, that's just, like, really goofy. And, I mean, I don't even need to look in solo queue. I know he's not great in solo queue. Like, maybe there's some one tricks, but it's just for Pro. And they'll say in the patch notes, oh, this is for Pro. It's like, what? They're not buffing any items that are good for him. It's like, okay, is it like, you know, they're buffing up Nashers this patch, so they're just preemptively nerfing him or something? It's like, no. So, I don't like it. And they're hitting his regen is whatever, I guess, if they're trying to nerf his laning phase. Just laning phase is not amazing. to begin with. It's okay, I guess. But they're nerfing the scaling on his W. Really, that's not even that much, to be honest. It's just 8 damage at max rank off of 110. So it's probably like 5% damage. But you have a lot of these soldiers out hitting, and they can do AoE damage. So, I mean, it adds up. But, like, the main thing is you don't need to nerf him. If anything, you need to buff him. I don't know if you have to buff him because he is very popular. But that win rate is just so low. There's just no world where you need to nerf this champ, I don't think. I mean, maybe they're thinking he's picked so much that he's got to be good, but it's like the numbers just aren't bearing that out. Okay, Briar is getting a little bit of a nerf. HP growth, Q cast range, plus 25. That's a buff, right? Or I'm not understanding that correctly. And then less scaling. I feel like Briar's fine. I don't know her win rate. But, I mean, I guess if they want to tap her, that seems okay. Zac health regen is down a little bit. I think that's probably fair. Zac is pretty strong. I've seen him in pro, like in top lane a few times. I don't know that you need to nerf him, but nerfing his HP regen, that's mostly for laning Zac, and he has those globs for regen anyways. So they just don't like stuff that just is impossible to push out of lane, I think top lane. It just heals way too much off of not interacting with the enemy champion that much, right? So Rek'Sai, they nerfed that healing. That was way over the top, but maybe they just, you know, preemptively want to nerf Zac's healing a little bit just because they think it might be a bit much. And they're nerfing Zeri minus 30 HP. That's a pretty big deal early game. Is she that much of a problem? I mean, I know she's getting picked a lot in pro. I guess. Yeah, Kalista is such a garbage-ass champ. I don't know why people play this shit. It's so bad. I see people prioritize this. She's the most banned. It's like, really? She has a 30% win rate. I don't know if I've ever seen her win a game of pro games I've watched. I've been watching quite a bit of, like, K-Droll's coverage of Korea and China lately. Just while I'm eating or whatever, just in my downtime. Yeah, I don't know. That champ just feels like such a huge bait. I guess. I mean, she's got a 53% win rate. I just don't feel like she's that big of a deal. She is the most picked. She does have 74% presence, but I guess it's probably fine. That one's more justifiable than Azir, but okay, Mordekaiser, we talked about that to death. I think that might come out OP, but I think it's overall going to be good. I don't know about the Skarner thing. That's a hell of a lot of changes. I've only played against this thing once. I've heard it's kind of weak. I think the win rate's actually okay, though. I don't know. I'll just have to see. I'll have to think about that more. I don't have time to think about it right now. I got to go to sleep. Damage increased to many. Okay, so Baron is going to be more dangerous to take. That's probably fine. Baron does seem just like it's really pretty easy to take right now. And I think just giving it more HP is not a deal. Like, I think if people get hit by the bonus attacks, it should be more impactful. Like, it should feel a little bit more like a raid. Like, if you get knocked up, that shit's going to hurt. That type of thing. I mean, I don't think it should feel like super PvE, but I think, you know, dodging the actual effects are consequential. Right now, everybody just pretty much ignores them. Spawn time, 6 minutes. Okay. True DPS per stack, 8. Okay. So a little more damage to towers off of that. And then the Void Grub, you only have to have 5. Or you only have to have 4 to get 1 Void Grub. I think that's fair. Void Grub does feel a little underwhelming. I've seen several games where we've had grubs or the enemies had grubs, and it just hasn't mattered. I've seen some that are OP if you're really far ahead or if you have a specific siege comp, but it just feels a little underwhelming early on. Like, if you get all... And another thing is it's, like, not guaranteed. Like, even if you invest early on and trade grubs for, like, a dragon, it's just not guaranteed. It's like the jungler can just come up the enemy jungler and just smite one of them. Like, they're going to get one of them, probably, if they show up at all. So they could just run up and snatch one of them and then just roll out a lot of times with many junglers. So it's like, it's pretty hard to get 6 unless you're just hard stomping them, or their jungler just like has their brain turned off. So getting the 2 grubs is very strong, but I feel like it doesn't happen a lot. And 1 void grub is like okay, but not that consequential. And anything less than getting the actual grubs just feels like it's not that big of a deal. It does help people with splitting that can't normally split. I don't know. Like, I think it's an interesting mechanic. It's like they're trying to make something that's dragon-ish, but now you can kind of choose. Do you want to go for like a dragon stacking comp, or do you want to go for like void grubs for a split pushing or siege type of thing, or do you want to trade the tempo for like towers or kills? Right? You just want to give them grubs and dive bottom, or something like that. So I think that's interesting strategic stuff. Whether you want to go for gold or tower plates, or sieging, or like dragon stacking, ending the game with soul, that type of thing. So I think it's good overall. I think it's an extra little variable to throw in there to give people choices and figure out how they want to balance. So I think it's cool, but it could use a little love, and that seems reasonable. Okay, well, that's it for me. Thank y'all very much. Stayed a little bit later than I thought, but I wanted to kind of just see what was going on there anyways. So anyways, that's it. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully around 11:30 p.m.